This is Xevcas RP RULES, and so if you're new to the RPs or you're clicking this off the stream link, this is basically going to go over all the simple rules you should know for the RP. Alright, so let's say I have a weapon pointed at Sinister here. He's going to fear for his life, so he's not going to pull out a weapon. Although if I stop aiming at him, or if I do turn my back on him, he's allowed to pull out a pistol or a small SMG. I'm going to go over civ weapons now. Civs are allowed any pistols apart from the heavy revolver, AP pistol, and the stun gun. Those are not allowed. If you do use the flare gun, remember you only have 3 ammo in it, so keep that limited to SOS situations. You're allowed any SMG of your choice, but no LMGs. You can use any AR of your choice apart from the service carbine or the M16. You can use the heavy sniper, normal sniper, but no marksman rifle. Any melee weapon apart from stone hatchet. No shotguns, explosives, or minigun, and no firework launcher either. Now, cop weapons are going to end up being the combat pistol, as well as the normal pistol, and then they can also use the stun gun. For your AR, you can use the service carbine or the M16, or if you don't have that, you can always use the carbine rifle. You can also use the baton, but that's very rare occasions. I don't see a lot of people using the baton. Now I'm going to go over vehicle rules. So make sure your vehicle is not modded and you don't have any bulletproof tires in your vehicle. So this will be a prime example of an on Sandy realistic vehicle. So this is a Bugatti Chiron. You'll never see this actually inside of Sandy. So this is not allowed, and this is another example of an unrealistic Sandy vehicle. First of all, it's modded, and it's also a supercar, so this is not allowed. Modded Sandy realistic vehicles are also not allowed, so keep the vehicles like without mods and just keep them Sandy realistic. This is a prime example. This is a pretty good example of a vehicle. You can see this truck typically going around Sandy, and it's pretty Sandy realistic. So now I'm going to go over map boundaries. Map boundaries are typically Grapeseed, the highway between Grapeseed and Route 68, and then the Route 68 connection with Joshua, and the dirt road around the Alamo Sea. You can also usually see this little turnoff, like where the MC is usually about here. And then you can see how 68 connects onto it, and then it goes to Joshua. You can go to there, but you have to turn back at the connector in the fork in the road. So you have to turn back, so you cannot go here. So if we usually have 25 or more people, I usually open up Pluto as well. So if Pluto's open, that's only on very rare occasions, and the only way you can get to Pluto and back is the highway. And anywhere, any place in between the sort of boundaries here is allowed. So this is going to be a simple, what is it called, cooldowns and stuff like that. So to get into a police pursuit, you have to get pulled over 3 times. Failure to do so will result in a warning. And after your pursuit is done, you will have a 7-minute cooldown on your pursuit. You have to get pulled over 3 times again, and you'll have the cooldown again. It just keeps going. Cooldowns for store robberies, hostage situations, or any other scenes are going to be 20 minutes. And these larger scenes like store robberies and hostage situations cannot be done within the first 20 minutes of the RP. And also, there is a 5-minute grace period at the start of every RP, which is basically no crime. Everyone basically just spreads out around the map, gets repairs in their cars. This is basically just a period where cops and civs spread out, and no crime is done in this period. If you do crime or start random scenes within this 5-minute period, you will get a warning. So once you get pulled over, if there's 16 people in the RP, you'll usually just be in game chat. You will come to party chat and then talk with the officer that has pulled you over. After you're done with the conversation and you've been let go or arrested, or you are in the jail, you will go back to game chat. And the officer will usually give you a time limit to stay in the jail. This can range anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Any special scenes where there's multiple people in the scene, usually it's all of the people in the scene come to party chat, but typically it's only one person. If it's a large group, it's only one person in the group talking. And yeah. There will also be a bus route and the airline guide, which will be in the Discord server. So if you do want to join the Discord server, you can always private DM me your Discord, and I can always add you. Or you can add my Discord, which is Xevcas_TTV #4490. I'll also put that in the description. So if you ever need to add me and you want to get in the Discord to see the bus routes, the airline systems, you can always check those out in the Discord server. The Discord server sometimes will have RP notifications, although usually people are always have their PlayStation app notifications on, so they can usually just find the RP notifications from the PlayStation app. There'll also be like special jobs like bus drivers and airline pilots. So if you ever want to apply for those jobs, you can all just go into the PlayStation group or the Discord server and put /apply and then the job you want, and then I will review you and I'll check out like how much experience you have in RP, and I will see if you are allowed for the job. VDM, don't RDM, don't fail RP, which is basically just a simple way of saying don't do something you won't do in real life. So yeah. And that doesn't mean you're not allowed to run or anything. Obviously you are allowed to do that, otherwise it wouldn't make RP fun. So you are allowed to do that, just don't do it very often. So let's say you got out of a pursuit and then you're just continuously just getting into multiple pursuits, which is just going to be a warning because it's in violation of the cooldown and the 3 pullover rule. Typically cops are an MC or a CEO, so if you want you can always keep an eye out for that color, and make sure your radar is always off during that during the RP. If you're caught mapping, that will be an instant kick. And sometimes it depends on the amount of mapping. If you've been mapping the entire RP, it'll be a kick if it was for 5 minutes, and let's say you weren't aware that you weren't allowed to have your map on. I'm just assuming you didn't look at the video, and that'll just maybe result in a warning. But if you're caught again, it's just going to be instant kick. And yeah, that's it for the rules. Hopefully you guys enjoy the RP, and hopefully I can see you in the next RP.